We're back with KMMA. I'm Andy O,
I'm Khalil Deal.
and we're going to be bringing you our ceremonial weigh-in thoughts and predictions for UFC Fight Night Kansas City. So first up, we got Ikram Aliskerov against Andre Muniz. Who do you got here, real deal?
All right, man. So watching the face-offs here, I gotta say that Andre Muniz is in good shape, man. This guy looks really, really good out there. He's pretty built. He's muscular. He's pretty thick. He's in good shape, man. I was surprised to see that he was in that good shape. Alice Karoff is in good shape as well. He's just not as I'm gonna say he's not as muscular as Andre Muniz. Maybe not as cut, but Alice Karoff, man, he's still lean. He's still pretty big too. You can see that Andre Muniz is slightly taller here than Alice Karoff. But Alice Karoff looks really, really serious, man. This guy's got a very serious look on his face. He looks ready to go. I'm still going to stick with Alice Karoff. I think that Andre Muniz is just, getting up there in age a little bit too at 35. And I don't think he's as good as Alice Karoff. I think Alice Karoff, man, he's just more powerful. He's got, better striking for sure than Muniz. And I think that even on the ground, if it gets there, Alice Karoff can scramble. He could definitely get top position, use his ground and pound to get a TKO or a knockout there, or even get a submission on his own. So I like Alice Karoff in this one. I'm still sticking with that. This fight, I do not see it going the distance. I got Alice Karoff winning by knockout or submission in this one.
Yeah, I got Aliskerov also really to really put a hurt on this guy on the feet and bash him up against the cage because Muniz, man, his striking is no good. But yeah, he's always a threat down there. Maybe smart to think about a Muniz sub, maybe. But yeah, I look for a finish in this fight also, and I'm calling Aliskerov by finish. This is the opponent that he should have got before he got Robert Whitaker actually on the come up, It makes more sense. But anyways, getting Muniz now and see how it goes. So I got Aliskerov by knockout or sub.
All right, we're in agreement with this one. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. All right, we got Randy Brown, Rude Boy Brown, against Nicholas Dalby.
Hey, Randy Brown. Hey, he looked a little, he looked like he wanted to be there a little more than he did the last time out, if you notice. So I guess that's a good sign here. And yeah, I think Randy Brown, man, he's a lot younger. He has that good reach advantage that I think he knows how to use very well. I think he's just going to win this by hurting Dalby a little more and winning by decision. But it's going to be a close fight. It may be a split decision. It's going to be down to the wire. I think Brown's going to get the win, but the odds are just ridiculous. But the winner's the winner, right? So I got to go with Brown by decision. Dalby's impossible to finish.
Yeah, he's a fucking tough motherfucker, Nicholas Dalby. I like Randy Brown as well in this one, man. Looking at the face-offs, though, man, the height advantage, huge height advantage for Randy Brown. You can see him staring down at Nicholas Dalby here. Physically, Randy Brown in phenomenal shape. This guy is looking really, really good, like very, very symmetrical. We're talking he's very muscular, he's very ripped. He's also got that thickness too, so he's not skinny or anything like that. In phenomenal shape. Dalby, not as in good shape, but still he comes out there ready to go.
Oh, Dalby's still on the right juice though.
Oh yeah, he's still in good shape. Not as good as Randy Brown, but he's still in good shape. Nicholas Dalby, definitely not as ripped or muscular as Randy Brown though. So this height and reach advantage, man, I could see it happening here. I could just picture this fight happening in my head, and it's Randy Brown all day, just keeping that distance, creating that space in between them, and clipping him with the forward punches, the jabs, the kicks. Body kicks too to Nicholas Dalby, and preventing Dalby from getting him in the clinch against the cage. That's what he's got to do. I like that Randy Brown in his back pocket has submissions and jiu-jitsu skills as well. If the fight goes down there, if Dalby tries to get him down or anything like that, Randy Brown definitely can survive any ground game, any wrestling or grappling. So I like Randy Brown here in this one. I got him winning by KO or decision. I think he knocks out Nicholas Dalby or wins a decision by outpointing. All right, so we're in agreement with this fight as well. Let's get on to the next fight here.
You think he gets a knockout more likely than decision?
I think it's going to be a decision, actually, more than the knockout. But you never know.
It'll be the first time.
First
Yeah.
time for anything there. All right. Next fight here, Michel Pereira against Abus Magomedov.
Yeah, I'm calling for Michel Pereiro to put on a nice speed kills clinic out here to start off with, and then really overwhelm Abbas, who likes his space. And I think he's going to want to atone for himself after having absolutely no gas after a minute and a half of that 5 round fight the last time out for Michel here. So I think cardio has been a thing to worry about for him getting into this fight, even though it's a 3 rounder. But at the same time, Magomedov's not a guy to get you very tired with the style of fight he has. So give me Pereira by slamming Magomedov with something pretty cool, and then putting him away probably ground and pound style or latching up a sub. But I do have a finish for Pereira here.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Michel Pereira too. In great physical shape. Watching the face-offs, he is big, he's ripped, he's muscular, he's looking really good. Magomedov too, in very good shape too. And these guys are both around the same size physically. Of course, Magomedov is a little bit taller there than Michel Pereira. But I wanted to mention this, man. Michel Pereira has been beating some really, really good guys within in his last 5 fights, man. Santiago Ponzinibbio, and we saw how good Santiago Ponzinibbio was in his last fight, where Ponzinibbio got that win that shocked everybody. So I like that Michel Pereira beat him by decision. He also knocked out Andre Petrosky. He submitted Michal Oleksiejczuk, who's now also part of the Fighting Nerds, and we saw how good Michal Oleksiejczuk was beating. I don't even want to talk about who he beat.
So now at least you think he's good now.
I'm so pissed off. But yeah, Michal Oleksiejczuk looked good in that fight, and Michel Pereira was able to beat him. And also the beat against Ihor Peteria. So he only lost to Anthony Fernandez, and Fluffy is way better than Abus Magomedov. So I like Michel Pereira to get the win here. I definitely don't see this fight going the distance either. So I like Michel Pereira by knockout or submission here, man. Nice. All right, we're in agreement with this one as well. Let's get to the next fight here. All right, we got Giga Chikadze against David Onama here.
So before you go, this was the only fight where a fighter missed weight, and what was it? It was Giga here.
Just about to say that, yeah, Giga Chikadze missed weight by a pound. So he weighed in at 147, was supposed to be 146. David Onama did make weight. At the face-offs, man, David Onama was pointing to the ground, like telling him, like, "Hey, stay back, don't pass this line over here."
He was getting upset about where they were supposed to stand, or something.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, Chikadze, hey, don't get too close here." But yeah, Chikadze not as disciplined this time around. I guess that we can blame that on the fact that he hasn't fought in a while, but couldn't make weight, which is not a good look for Giga there. Yeah, we could see that David Onama in phenomenal shape, man. He is much bigger, much more muscular and ripped than Giga Chikadze. Giga Chikadze looks decent as well there, but not as good shape as David Onama. And I like I thought that Giga was going to be much taller. He's not that much taller. It's like about an inch taller there, and they have about the same reach, man. So I like David Onama. I like the fact that he made weight. He's focused. He's going to come in there and he's going to beat the fuck out of Giga Chikadze. I see him taking down Giga Chikadze, also getting him to the ground, I think, in this fight, where Giga Chikadze struggles a lot on the ground. So I can see David Onama getting this fight to the ground, just mixing it up with the striking and the grappling there. So give me David Onama. I like him winning by submission or decision in this one. Chikadze has been submitted in his losses. He's been submitted once and lost 3 decisions. So I like the subber decision for Onama here.
Yeah, Onama likes it on the feet, too much kickboxing if there's a kickboxer in front of him like Giga. And since that's going to be the case in this fight that I predict, the stand-up battle, I think Giga has more skills there on the feet. And if Onama decides too late to implement the ground game, I think it's going to be too late for him. So I'm going with Giga here. I thought this fight was even odds up until like recently. So yeah, I'm going with the dog Giga here, just to do a little more on the feet, avoid the power of Onama, and squeak out a decision victory here.
This your dog of the week here, NDO?
No, I don't really have a solid dog of the week. No, I don't think. Unless I can think of one, unless I get a better feeling when we wrap up.
All right. Well, we disagree on this one here. I like David Onama. Let's move on up to the next fight. Here we go, Anthony Smith against Mingyang Zhang. So,
Yeah, look, you can't pick a guy to win that doesn't want to win anymore. And I can't pick a guy who's already made up his mind that he's retiring coming into the fight. I stay away from bets like this really in general, like retirement fights, because you never really know where the guy's head is at. But I think Ming Yang Zhang head is at trying to knock Anthony Smith out. So I do predict a finish in this fight, and I'm going to predict Ming Yang Zhang by knockout or sub. Just have no faith in Anthony Smith, but at the same time, you can't count out Anthony Smith's veteran presence and the ability to potentially snatch up a sub here. But the pick is for sure going to be Ming Yang Zhang.
all right, man. Me too. I'm going with Mingyang Zhang. Now, Anthony Smith, according to topology, is supposed to be 2 inches taller. I don't see the 2 inches here. I see them looking pretty much freaking the same height here, according to this pick here. And they were both wearing the same shoes. So I don't, nobody's really taller than anybody in this one here. And I think that the reach is the same for both these guys. I mean, if you're going to call identical body shapes, man, these two really have pretty much the same body shape, man. They're both in good shape. They're both about the same thickness, the same size. The only huge difference is the age difference, man. Ming Yang Zhang, 26 years old, and fucking Anthony Smith, 10 years older at 36, man. So, I'm going with the youth here, Ming Yang Zhang, to be just fresher. I think he's going to be much stronger, and we know he's powerful. Yeah, I could see him clipping Anthony Smith and getting a knockout. But don't sleep on Anthony Smith because this guy's a sneaky motherfucker. He could get guillotines. He can get submissions. He could do some sneaky shit.
The
And
thing,
you never know with this
the
guy.
thing here is that I don't see him getting the same kind of gilly he got on that guy. I can never remember his name.
Vitor Petrino, yeah.
Yeah, Petrino, because I don't see Zhang coming in like that on a takedown, right? So it's gonna have to be something on the ground. Smith has to go for takedowns in this fight. It's his last fight. Why not? But
Exactly. I think he's going to go for broke, Anthony Smith, in this one and put it all out there. So that's why it's dangerous because you never know what this fucker could do.
at the same time, going for broke and trying to go nuts also leaves him up for openings, right? So maybe a quick knockout for Miang Zhang.
Yeah, you could definitely get clipped. All right, so we're in agreement with this one with Ming Yang Zhang. Hey, let's make it now to the last fight, the main event of the evening. Guys, please, if you haven't already, just hit that like button, subscribe. We got a lot of comments in this one. Keep commenting, guys. It's really good for the algorithm. All right, so for this main event here, I got to go with Carlos Prates, man. That's my dude, the Fighting Nerds. I had the glasses. I put the little tape in the middle there in the early prediction videos. I got to go with Carlos Prates, man. He's in great physical shape. He looks amazing. He's ripped. He's built. He's muscular. Ian Gary also always looking good. In the face-offs, I don't know if you guys watched it, but Carlos Prates, he said, "Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die? Well, if you're ready to die, I'm ready to die." I was like, oh, fuck, man. This guy is fucking crazy. So,
Ian Gary's not worried. He doesn't think Prates is a real fighter anyway.
yo, I'm going for Carlos Prates. I think he's fucking nuts in the head. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to fuck up Ian Gary somehow, some way. He's going to get the win. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's going to get it done somehow. Give me Carlos Prates to win this one by knockout or decision. I think that's what's going to be here. I don't think it's going to be a submission, but you never know. But I'm going to call knockout or decision for Prates here, man. He's just crazy, this guy.
Yeah, like he smokes like a pack a day, and also he's in a cult. Normally things I would appreciate, but I'm gonna have to go with Ian Gary here. I think he has the smarts to beat Prades, to stay away from his dangerousness. I think he's going to know how to implement the ground game. He almost sub-shot Shavkat Rakhmonov, so maybe potential sub here. I don't know. But I do have to mention a worry I have with Gary, if anyone noticed that cut across his face. Like, I don't know how deep this thing is. I don't know if it was mentioned, but it doesn't really look that. I'd rather have it not there, right? Like, what if it opens up or something?
Exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, if it, Carlos Prates is going to probably aim some punches at that cut to try to open it up and damage him more.
Yeah, so that's just kind of like I'd rather not see that cut, but the pick is still Gary. I think that loss to Rachmanov and in the way it was really a good experience for him, and I think maybe a little too early for Pratis here, and we're still not certain on his ground game. So yeah, give me Gary by decision here.
So there you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the main card. Coming up next, our official bets video. You guys got to watch that.